Was the
Wow.
first time since the First World War where we've had that, ridiculous amount of people leaving the country in comparison to people entering the country. A lot of the applicants that end up being sponsored by companies in Australia and end up being absorbed by the workforce, those are people that are coming here initially not on permanent visas, otherwise they wouldn't need the sponsorship, but they're coming here on other temporary visas, such as visitor visa to a lesser degree, but mostly student visas and working holiday visa makers. So it's not only the farmers that struggle once working holiday visa makers cannot enter the country, it's actually a whole bunch of industries, because these guys, they come in, these skilled workers, they come initially to study or to travel, but then at some point, and depending of course on their capacity to look for a job and enter the workforce. But when they do, and there's a click, and there's synergy between them and the company, that's where the whole conversation of sponsorship starts. And we see more often than not companies saying, look, this person has a particular limitation on their visa, I want to sponsor them so they can work full time for us. So that's how this whole pipeline is built. And what's happening, of course, with the borders closure is not only these new potential skilled workers are not coming in, but we had a whole bunch of people leaving the country as well, especially during the lockdowns. And that in June now in Sydney, I don't know where all of you guys are located, but in Sydney we are in lockdown again. So a lot of people ended up leaving the country. So if I'm not mistaken, I think we had a negative net overseas migration of about between 60 and 90,000 people last year. So it was the
Wow.
first time since the First World War where we've had that, ridiculous amount of people leaving the country in comparison to people entering the country. There's movement, but at the end of the day, we've had, between 60 and 90,000 people leaving more than entering the country. And that's obviously affecting a lot of our clients in terms of sourcing and absorbing stuff. Now that we're back on track with the economy recovering, this is where we need stuff the most, right? And that's where things are becoming super challenging.